Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessToTrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing okay. As you can, again, I apologize for yesterday. I had no energy. For all you guys who are in the live webinar today, you could just even hear by my voice still. I'm still sick. I caught something Saturday night. It was like literally out of the blue, and I was running, fever anywhere between 100 to 100.2 like for like the last 48 hours, and I'm still fighting it. I guess I'm getting better. Doesn't looks like my my temperature is under 100 right now. We'll see how tonight goes, but I'm very, very surprised I even made it through the whole session today. I logged out roughly around 3 o'clock Eastern time. So thank you very much for all the get well wishes and all that good stuff. Something's going around. I know Joe M is sick as well. He lives in the New York area as well. So whatever, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll get better by tomorrow. Anyway, guys, so let's talk about the markets. What we didn't talk about, obviously, in last night's video, because there was no last night's video. Crazy action on Friday. Crazy action last Friday. Again, the whole myth, the whole stereotype, the Fridays are dead. Fridays in the summertime are dead. If you just traded for the last 3 Fridays in a row, you saw probably the most aggressive action, and that's not a coincidence. You're going to get very, very aggressive action, especially on Fridays in a bull market scenario. You're just always going to have that because every single one of the beta names, even if they rest the previous 4 days, you're going to get option flow. You're going to get weekly buyers of options for that Friday expiration. And that's why, last Friday was just insane, just absolutely insane. We had I think I traded 5 stocks within the first 20, 30 minutes of the day, just absolute craziness. So for everybody who continuously thinks that the Friday session in the summertime is dead, you're just really not watching. Going into today's session, again, how many more adjectives can we use? We're in a bull market. The market is good. Stupid news is coming out every single day. First, you had Kim Kardashian, the foremost authority of prison reform, meeting with Trump. And then today, Dennis Rodman. Okay. Dennis Rodman is on its way, baby. He's on his way for diplomacy at its finest to make sure that everything goes well between Trump and the president of North Korea. You can't even make this stuff up. And I said this, and I started laughing throughout the day. It's like I almost feel like Mark Burnett, the creator of Survivor and The Apprentice and all that stuff, is just going to jump out with a camera one day and just going to say, "Surprise! This is all one big reality show." To think about the stupidity of all this is hysterical. Again, as I say all the time, I'm not for Trump. I'm not against Trump. I'm for the United States. I'm for the United States. I'm for peace. I'm in for world diplomacy. I'm in for economics in the most purest form. So hey, God bless. As long as we're all still around, have fun, right? But again, you can't make this up as you go along. So technically, again, old record is getting faded pretty fast. We're in a bull market. We're continuously in a bull market. Trust technical analysis, guys. Trust technical analysis. Don't overthink. Wait for the pivots to conform, and once they confirm, good things are going to happen. If you look at last night's watch list, right? If you look at last night's watch list, again, good stuff is going to happen. So let's go through it. Spotify did not trigger the 73 area. There was a nice pivot towards the end of the day. We'll talk about that in a second to give you guys cash flow. Roku, right? Again, we talk about rotations. It's strong stocks, back test. They sit for a couple of days and then they explode right back. So we talked about this. On Friday. We put this on the watch list for today. Again, look at all the supply right here. 39.70 was the high. 39.80, 39.70, 39.80. So again, we put the round number $40 break. You can see how it just sat there pre-market. And once it broke 40, the stock absolutely exploded. Congratulations to you guys who caught Roku off the $40 break. Good job there. Square, not that big move. Pardon me. Not that big of a move. It broke the 62.10, went to like 62.50. Again, not that big of a move there. Baidu was huge. There was two pivots today. The 64 that the stock opened up, right? The stock opened up at 64, and it broke the 66 pivot. We talked about the 266 pivot in the live webinar, and I tweeted it out on our private Twitter feed. That 266 break was massive. That's the candle right here. Once it broke the 266, or it was 265 to 266. Doesn't make a difference. Both of them got triggered. This thing absolutely exploded to 268.5. So that was good. Twitter, red to green, obviously worked out pretty well. Red to green went up about 30, 40 cents. So all you guys who took it. APTO, again, it doesn't make a difference if you're trading small caps, high beta, whatever the case may be. We talked about this 410 level. It broke 410. And this thing exploded, 433 for you guys who trade the small caps. AGYS triggered, really didn't do anything yet. A 1451 was a trigger, kind of sat there the whole day, 1451, 14. That's where it closed. And QSII did not trigger yet. I still really like this. Set an alert, guys. Set an alert on this 18 break. Eventually, this will break 18. Again, the longer the digestion move, the better the move will be. So keep an eye on this thing above the 18 break. Some pivots today in the room were really good. Again, Friday was aggressive. Today we had like 5 or 6 pivots. The first pivot was 295. I screwed it up. 295. Here's the pivot right over here. We talked about this pre-market. I bought Tesla on that 295 break, right? So I buy it on the 295 break. And it only goes up like 50, 60 cents and it starts to stall out. The problem is when you're trading before 10 o'clock, again, we've ran down the scenario of there's going to be wider spreads, much more volatility, very egregious, okay, very, very egregious. You guys like that word? You can use it. Very egregious moves, both up and down, just very, very aggressive time frame to trade, but it will also give you the biggest bang for your money. I always advise traders who are trading less than 3 years to kind of wait till the 10 o'clock candle to confirm. If you trade prior to 10 o'clock, you just understand the risks. So I bought it at 295, and it only went up like 50, 60 cents, and it just kind of sat there. And maybe because I was sick, maybe I just overthought it a little bit, but I sold the stock, and I made like 30, 35 cents, like nothing on it. If I would have waited just an extra 20 seconds, an extra 15 seconds, this thing absolutely just went absolutely nuts. For all you guys who did catch it, I know Ken caught it for like $2 or so. Good job there. And then there was another pivot, okay? Then there was another pivot in the room right over here off this 330, okay? Off this 330, this one absolutely bonkers. For those of you guys who caught this pivot, great job. Went from 330 all the way to 334.5. So great job for all you guys who did catch that as well. Boeing was fine. We talked about this pre-market off the confirmation candle. I caught this for about $1 on my runner, so that was fine as well. Huya, there was actually a short on the Huya trade. Huya. Again, for those of you guys who don't know what Huya means, just Google it. It's a slang in Russian for a really bad word. So funny. Anyway, we talked about this $34 breakdown. It broke 34, went down to this. We broke 30. Yeah, broke 34, went down to like 33 and 33.20. So for all you guys who caught that as well, good job there as well. And there was also a neat little pivot on end of the day at Spotify. On Spotify, 172 was the pivot here. It stopped at 172. Once it broke the 172, there was your end of the day cash flow. Almost traded to the 173, which I still like for tomorrow's session, because you can see the last couple of days high was 73, and you can see here how tight it's getting. So once this Bollinger gets below 73, it should rocket up. I think I lost like a dime on some little stock. I don't even remember what it was. It doesn't make a difference. So that's that as well. So pretty solid session. Nothing crazy. Okay, nothing crazy. Orderly trading, no doubt, orderly trading. Again, that's the name of the game. I say this all the time. I don't care what your process is, okay? If your process is exciting, okay, thrilling, okay, any word that you can attach an emotional attachment to, okay, that means you are not in control of your trading. And we had a really great conversation today in the live webinar about being in control of your trade. Okay, and that's the name of the game. If you're not in control of the trade, and we trade the most aggressive stocks on the market, but if you're not in control of your trade, that means your process is way too much to be, way too exciting. Way too exciting. That means excitement means you're not in control. It needs to be lethargic. It needs to be very slow in theory, not slow in movement, but slow in theory. And the most important thing is you have to have the ability to navigate your tier size. Okay, I don't care if you're trading 10,000, 500 shares, 300, whatever it is, you need to be in control. So going into tomorrow, guys, obviously, again, the bullish theme continues. There is a rotation into beta to beta to beta. You can see Roku was today. And you'll see rotation back into tomorrow's session as well with some other names. So let's get into tomorrow's watch list and see exactly what's what. I really like Amazon. I really like this Amazon setup here. You can see this flag, really, really tight flag here. 1694 is supply. If Amazon can get above that 1695, especially for you option traders, if Amazon can get above that 1695 area, I think there's a legitimate shot. It goes back to the 1714, 1715 high. So let's definitely keep an eye on Amazon above this 1695 level. I like five below. They gave pretty good guidance. If you guys remember this trade here, I put this in the room pre-market, and the stock right up like $7. It's setting up again. You can see the top of this channel here where supply is 102.87. So it's just going to take a couple of days. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's going to take a couple of days. Might go tomorrow. Set an alert, guys. A break above 103. I think there's a legitimate shot. It has a very, very nice day up. So set an alert above that 103 area on 5. I like Spotify. I think the stock goes higher. Again, what's funny about Spotify compared to a lot of other stocks, it could be like really dead the whole day. Like we saw it dead the whole day. It was down to like 169 today. Did absolutely nothing. And then out of nowhere, it just gets very, very strong very, very quickly. And it's the most amazing thing because it's so random. But when it does get strong and confirms on whole numbers, and you saw that on Friday, I took nearly $1 on it on Friday from 69 to the $70 area, and then it went crazy from the 70 to 74, excuse me, to the 73 area, like Friday into the last half hour of the day. So this stock really gives good returns, but you have to be very, very patient, and you can't have an opinion how strong a week the stock is for the rest of the day. Again, for those of you guys who did take the 172 towards the end of the day, decent cash flow there as well. So I'm still watching this thing off the 73 break for tomorrow. Smaller cap name, LGCY, I like for tomorrow. First close today over daily supply. A break tomorrow above 681, 680, 685. Could get this thing going. I like this. Fran. This Fran is just kind of like sitting here, flagging here. A break above 670 could get this thing going as well. Keep an eye on that. And two more. Let me give you ARCB. I really don't know the stock, but again, does it really make a difference what it is? $50 break, right? You can see how it's consolidating all this move here. $50 break in this thing. Your risk is 35 cents. Again, nothing big of a risk. So keep an eye on that. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. Nothing like a live recording as you're sick. Keep an eye on that. And VKTX exploded today into the close. I didn't think it was going to do it today. It did explode. Broke above this 1038. Tomorrow we are watching this whole formation right here. If it can just get above, let's just call it 1085, even the $11 area, I think it will challenge this 1117 and go to possibly 1150 as well. So for those of you guys who are joining us tomorrow in the live webinar, again, the link goes out 8 a.m. Eastern time. The Squawk Box goes on. He starts spitting out news, and morning strategy starts up at approximately 5 minutes after 9 Eastern time. So get there early. Good job again, guys. Again, I appreciate all the feedback. I love what we're doing here. It's a phenomenal, unique process, and nobody trades it but us. That's why it's the whole. That's why it works so very, very well. Guys, God bless. I'm going to go drug myself. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.